Got him. Oh yes, that's a good fish. Oh. So we're gonna set up. We're gonna go back, push through these creeks. Water's muddied up on us pretty good this winter, and we're gonna push back to these creeks. Should have some fish suspended in them. So we're gonna set up our tight line rods and do a little double minnow rigging and push through here, see if we can't get a little action going on here. Pushing 3/4 ounce weights today, trying to keep everything down. We're gonna cover a lot of water. Spider rigging, yep. Basically tight lining is where we're keeping them lines directly straight down to where we don't have any feedback in their line. We want it straight underneath straight down so we can keep the baits in the strike zone as long as possible. And we'll adjust as we get going. We've seen the fish here anywhere from 10 to 12 foot down. So we're gonna set these about 10 foot and go from there. So today we're using 14 foot precision troll rods by Catch the Fever. And I'm running the medium heavy rods. I like the medium heavy because I like to push a lot of heavier lead. A lot of times we'll get into some of the school of these fish and we'll catch them. Some of these schools, the suspended fish out are schooled up, we catch them 2 at a time. So I like that. I like having that a little bit that heavier rod. With our minnows, because we're hooking them right up through the bottom of the lips as thin as possible. So that way he can keep moving as much as he can. So what we're gonna do to start off is we're gonna take our hook with our main line with nothing else on it. We're gonna feed that first hook up on the line. Then we're gonna take our weight, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this line through this weight, and we're gonna wrap. We're gonna wrap this line through this weight 5 to 6 times. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna secure that weight in that position where it can't slide up and down that line. So we'll feed it through 5, 6 times here. There we go. So now we've got that weight secure where it cannot move up and down that line. We're gonna grab our second hook. We'll grab our second hook, tie it right on to the bottom of our tag line hanging out underneath the weight. Whatever knot suits you. I just like a regular old fisherman's knot, nothing fancy. I like it cinched down on the hook when I'm running straight hooks, and a lot of jigs too. Wet your line, cinch her down tight, and we'll trim our tag in on the line here. We're running 8-pound slime line super stretch champion edition. This line's actually got a little bit of stretch in it, so it'll stretch out and have a little bit of elasticity to it. So we've got our bottom hook tied on with about 6-7 inches of line on our bottom hook or the top hook. It just really depends on what you're doing. Today we're fishing about 14-15 foot of water, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We want to have about 2 foot above the weight to the next one. So what I do is, my rule of thumb when I'm sitting here, I'm tying up, drop the weight to the floor, bring it up about 2 foot or so, then I'm gonna tie a loop knot where that top hook was. I'm gonna run it through that loop 3 times. 3, and I'm gonna hold my tag line to where I got about 2 inches for that minnow to swim around on top. Cinch her down. Line's already wet from where I dropped it in the water. And we've got this minnow here can move 2 inches. Now this minnow here can move, you know, it can move 12 inches in diameter all the way around there. And that's my basic double minnow rig that I run. So what we've got here is we've moved in at the edge of this creek, and we've got these fish suspended right here in the mouth, and we're gonna start pushing back in the mouth, and we've got them suspended anywhere from 7-8 foot to 10-12 foot is what we're seeing them. So we're just gonna kind of move around at 1/2 mile an hour up to 1 mile an hour and just push these minnows around. And as we see the fish and we see what they're doing, as we get closer, we'll just kind of ease up and set them minnows right in front of their face and let them do the work. Right here's our baits hanging down about 10 foot, and we've got some suspended fish all around us. As you can see, some of them are 8 foot, some of them are pushing down towards the bottom a little bit, so that's why we've got 2 foot in between them hooks so we can cover 2 different water depths.